Georgia and number 3 Alabama, minutes away from what should be another epic showdown here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium as we prepare to crown an SEC champion. And as we get closer to game time and the players get back on the field here shortly, I need your final thoughts and your official winner. Rick, first.
It's very difficult to pick against Nick Saban when he's 9-1 in this game, 7-1 at Alabama, 2-0 at LSU, but I'm doing it. Pressure is a privilege indeed. The Dogs win today.
Alabama's right flank. Can they stay more secure versus this dominant front for Georgia? I don't believe so. Now, does Georgia have enough offensively going up against a Bama defense that's still statistically great versus the run? I'm going with Georgia.
They're both going with Georgia. We'll see you at halftime right now. It's number 1 Georgia and number 3 Alabama for the SEC championship.
Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, a southern hub of culture, food, and sports. Just weeks ago, the Braves celebrated on these streets as World Series champions. But for nearly 3 decades, this city has helped place the crown on the kings of SEC football. And under this dome, December dreams either come alive or shatter like broken glass. And for these two rivals today, this town is a common intersection at the crossroads of glory. First, it was for the national championship, which ended with a walk-off.
Here's Tua stepping back, looks long, throws, end zone, touchdown! Devontae Smith! Alabama is back as the champion of college football. How about that?
Less than a year later, in the SEC championship, the tide turned to the bullpen.
Quarterback draw, Jalen Hurts. Touchdown. Are you kidding me?
Welcome back, Jalen Hurts. Alabama wins.
Like all good trilogies, this one features an unexpected twist. Now it's Georgia's heavy hitters that have powered the Dogs to number 1.
Jordan Davis swallowed him whole.
The game we saw, we conquered. Good day to be a Dog.
They'll take another swing at dethroning defending champion Alabama, who roll opponents with the long ball.
Price laid a dime into his hand. Williams turns the corner. See ya, bye-bye. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is more than just a game. For one, an opportunity to extend its reign. For the other, a chance to strike out a legacy of stinging pain. Who can bear the weight of the crown? It's time for the annual Atlanta Coronation.
To set the scene as we welcome you to the SEC Championship on CBS, presented by Dr. Pepper. Our matchup, the best in the East, the best in the West. The Georgia Bulldogs from Athens, about an hour away, and the third-ranked Crimson Tide from Tuscaloosa. Sold-out crowd, and it is electric in here. And welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partners are Gary Danielson and Jamie Erdahl. This one's been kind of circled on college football fans' calendars since about August, Gare.
Yep.
And when you look at this game, the heartbreak that Georgia has felt at the hands of Alabama, we went through all the niceties with the coaches last night. Kirby Smart said, it's not about Alabama, it's about us. Were you buying all that?
No. They've done a good job of it, but I think Kirby Smart, all through the winter, all through spring, all summer, he kept grinding his team. Can you get past Alabama? And for Alabama, I think Nick Saban has been chiding his defense, saying, I remember when we used to be the best defensive team. These two teams want to play each other.
Well, a record 14th appearance for Alabama, the 9th for Georgia. A couple of quarterbacks that are great stories. They're similar in stature, but they're very different in style, and I guess you would call it pedigree. Blackshear, Georgia, walk-on Stetson Bennett, some kind of story over the last year and a half. And Bryce Young, the 5-star from California, who's maybe the front runner for the Heisman Trophy. Let's start with Stetson Bennett. If you took his story to a movie producer this time of year, they go, we're throwing the script out. That ain't going to happen.
No, and I can tell you as a walk-on, every practice is intensity. Every meeting, every scrimmage, and through every game, he's had to continue to prove himself, and he has. He's an important part of this offense now. The team believes in him. He gives them a dimension, and Alabama will have to be ready for him to do that little stuff. When he runs the ball, he's got an extra dimension in the offense.
Well, we've seen Alabama already a handful of times this year, and it seems like every week we're more impressed with Bryce Young, even when things got tough last week in the Iron Bowl.
In 5 openings, we've always talked about Bryce Young, but it was in the closing of the Auburn game that everything came to fruition. He showed all those skills in one clutch drive. A 3rd down pass, a 4th down pass, a 3rd down pass, and then he puts the game away to tie it with another 3rd down pass. He showed everything he's about, cool as a cucumber, but I'll tell you, this guy, he needs help, and will he have it today?
Brian Robinson, lower leg injury. We'll see how good he is to go. He won't be 100%. We know that already. And they need all the weapons they can get because, as we've talked about all season long, they're playing against a remarkable defense in Georgia.
There's been a lot of unpredictable stuff in college football, but the constant of college football in 2021 has been the Georgia defense. They've showed up every game. They don't even like to give up first downs. They've got stars at every level. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, 2 great linebackers, Indeed and Tyndall. They've got players that make plays, a great defense.
The Georgia Bulldogs, the number 1 team in the country, undefeated at 12-0. From Tuscaloosa, the number 3 team in the country, champions of the West and the defending national champion Crimson Tide of Alabama. The 30th SEC championship about to kick off here in Atlanta. The SEC championship on CBS presented by Dr. Pepper, sponsored by State Farm, Sonic, 20th Century Studios, The King's Man, and by Dr. Pepper.